Yes, good evening, everyone, and welcome to United Sauce and Wingers. My name is Dominic. We smashed City yesterday. Normally, I do a different introduction, but I just need to get it out there. We smashed City yesterday. They turned up in their slippers, a couple of Horlicks, and we smashed them. I freaking love it. But anyway, this is the Monday night show every week at 7 p.m. I just want to start really by saying we humbled City. They arrived, didn't know what they were doing, and now how can we build on this? We saw some good points and some improvements. What I'm going to see right now is that we won the battle, but can we win the war? And there's only one person that can help me decide this. My man, Adam. How's it going, brother?
Yeah, mate, I'm good. After the weekend, I don't think there's one United fan that could be feeling anything other than that, mate. Let's be honest, because none of us expected it. It was a bit of a surprise. It was a treat on a weekend because, you know what? Arsenal went back to their usual ways. Liverpool lost. We beat City. It's a Carlsberg weekend, isn't it, mate? That's what it was.
Honestly, on the match reaction show yesterday, I had my Viking cup here. I was just sculling, skull, mate. I felt it was freaking amazing. And you know what? I feel that, Adam. I feel like we needed that as fans. It's been so bleak, man. It's been bleak. I've been having more sweets just to get a rush. Do you know what I mean? Just to get a rush, a couple of fruit pastels, because it has been boring, mate.
You end up enjoying watching other teams play football, don't you? That's as bad as it's been, because it's hard to imagine, having watched the last couple of weeks before the City game, how we were leading goal scorers in this league, because there was just nothing there, mate. It was dead football. It looked like there was unrest in the squad. And we all seen Irashi and Maguire sort of Barney on the pitch now that there's no fans in there. They're not getting away with anything. But you know what it looked like to me, the City game, mate? It looked like they'd had one of them. Everyone arrives in training at Carrington, and then Ollie goes, lads, in here now. Everyone sit down. Let's have this out. Because they came out. Mate, when have we ever seen a reaction like that? I mean, Crystal Palace we got nothing from the first minute, and then we came in, went back out after half time, we got nothing again. The City one was like, we scored a goal in the first minute, and in the second half we scored a goal in the first 5 minutes. Pretty much perfect times to score and kill games off, and that's like a reaction from the dressing room. That's what we've just not had in a long time, and against City, that was the difference, mate. We had a bit of a reaction.
Mate, you know what? My mum doesn't watch football. She tries to send me screenshots saying, "Oh, United have won, son." But I just felt, you know what? I felt good, and I text my, I was like, "Yeah, we freaking won." Like it's been that long and that convincing that we needed this as fans. Yeah, and I think Ollie needed this as fans. Ollie was on his back against the wall. People were like, "Let's just come for the kill." He didn't know what he's doing, but every time his back's against the wall, he steps up. And this is why this show, guys, this show is about, look, we've won the battle against Man City, and no one can ever take that away from us. I dare you to take that from my hands right now. But can we win the war? And when I talk about win the war, it's how can we set ourselves up to basically win future trophies, future titles? We know we're not winning anything this year. Come on, we've got to be real. If you do think that, you know what, it's probably easier to live a life like that and be positive, but we also got to be realistic. We're not going to win a title this year, but we have a platform to build from. So when we're talking about in this video, who stays and who goes, we're going to include the coaching staff, we're going to include the players, and we're going to really try and build a nucleus of this team that we can grow and build on. Look, we know the Glazers don't like to spend a lot of money, but if we have the right players as that sort of foundation, we can build on something. So it'll be so good to get your thoughts. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new and like the video. We've got people saying Ollie in straight away. Chris is here, my brother. Hey everyone, Bruno said they will put open play, no goals. They will put open place, no goals. It was a penalty. It doesn't count. So for us, the most important thing is win the game. 100%. I freaking love Bruno. Did you see that video behind Ollie when he was like...
I've posted that. I just put that on my Instagram before, mate, because I'm a big advocate of Bruno's style and the way he is, his mentality. I'm big on mentality. I just love the guy in just what he is. He's the only one who looks disappointed when we draw or don't win.
That's what I need.
And you know what, mate? He's the only one who berate the other players. He looks disappointed, even when he knows he misplaces a pass. But you can see the absolute agony in his face for himself doing it. So at least he knows and accepts that he played a bad ball. He doesn't dwell on it, just gets the ball back again, wants it, even when things are bad, demands the ball and carries on playing his football. That's why I love him.
Oh, 100%. He's one of those players, right? That the way I see football is that I want it to be played progressively. And I think we've grown up in a generation now where all the best teams out there play attacking, aggressive football. It's pass and move, simple. Like even we saw Ravel Morrison says that the English league, they make it complicated. Just pass and move, keep the ball moving, play for your player, make it so you're available for your players, and let the ball do the work. We've got to a point right now where we don't let the ball do the work. And we can see it when Rashford's running into brick walls. We can see it when Pogba's going to have to bail us out. We can see it when Cavani's trying to do all sorts of freaking defending, running back. We're not letting the team do the work. And this is why this video is so important. I'm so glad people are tuning in for this, because we need to understand who our key players are, not just in ability, not just on who plays the most games, but mentality. This is so important, because what I see, guys, all the time is that we step up for the big games, but why are we not stepping up for the smaller games? I'm not disrespecting any of the teams down there, but come on, when you've got the likes of Brighton playing better than us in the beginning of the season in terms of the way they had about 17 million shots on target, which it was disgusting. Why can't we play that sort of football where we're progressive? Everybody's moving the ball and passing. And you know what I always see is that our best players tend to play better when the team's playing better. And I know the first person I think about there is Martial. I did a whole video on Martial, right? And he's got no excuse. He needs to run and perform when the team aren't playing well. But yesterday, we had a game plan. People were playing well. What a surprise. Martial man of the match. He's one of those players. And I'm not excusing that he doesn't need to run more. But when we play well, everybody plays better. The big players play better. So we just need to keep going. What's Carl Lewis, my man? In my opinion, anyone who needs to leave is players who have patches of form. Not interested in 1 week 4 out of 10, next week 8 out of 10. Rather give me consistent sevens. Carl, my man, that's what we're going to try and figure out today, because that's what we need. Marco, my brother, a CDM is paramount. Keep Pogba by a right winger and make sure to rotate. Yes, Kliss, needs to keep Pogba. If he goes, we need to get a CDM to replace him big time. Adam, we're in a situation, right, where we can do something good. And I think you've probably seen it, right, when you're watching the games, that you can see little flickers. You know, when the candle's there, and you're like, oh, let's follow the candle, like a shining star. You can see little flashes of what we can become, but we're just not there yet. What do you think that is?
It's mentality, mate. It's all about the mentality.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, my earphones are going for a Burton.
The mentality earphones. The mentality.
Yeah. That's it. But yeah, you know, that's exactly what it is, mate. It's getting over that hurdle. It's like, why are we playing, like you said, so well against the good teams? Why are we so organised and look like we have a plan against the big teams? It's the mentality of, you are not good enough to win this league. That's what that is. Without even realising it, that's how they're playing. It's like, we have to react. These guys are in town. It should be the opposite way. We're sort of going down, and it's being bred into this team that this is acceptable. If you stop it and say, look, we need to be the ones dictating the play and playing our game, rather than looking at the team that we're up against this week and adapting to their game. You can do that in big games. Even Ferguson did that, but not every single game. You've got to just go out and say, look, I've got him there, I've got him there. This is our plan. This is how we're going to attack. If they counteract that, I've got a plan B. That's what we haven't got. We haven't got a plan B when the first plan goes to pot. And then you look at it and go, okay, players in and out of form. Why is that? Why have we got inconsistent form mainly in our forwards at the moment? With the midfield, I'm sure we'll get into all of them. There's a big list, but it is one of them. It's like, how can the drop-off be so drastic for a Martial from last season to this season? These are the big questions, mate. It's like, that's why you'll get all the other pundits saying that you're not going to win the league with Martial in your team as your top number 9. And then you'll have a game like yesterday, and people will say, oh, there's a player in there. There really is. But I know, it's like one season on, one season off. You don't win titles that way. If you want to be challenging for a title, this player has to get gradually better every single season. There are players doing that, and there are players who are regressing. And I'm sure that's what we're going to figure out in a minute. I know who my list is already. We might not have many left, but this is just, like I said, the acceptance of the standard and this new age of football fan saying that this guy is quality. Come on, I was brought up on absolute leaders and monsters on the pitch, so I know standards, and these are not mine. So This is what I feel is missing at this football club at the moment. It is that mindset of thinking, I'm playing for Manchester United. I should be doing more. I should be expecting more out of every single season, not just accepting. Yeah, and when we celebrated third last season at Leicester, it was like, yeah, it was great. We got there, but it's like, oh, wow, steady on.
I know, man.
You know what I mean? Steady on. It's third. That's not brilliant. It's not Manchester United, but I'm accepting it. And this season, if we do finish second, problem is the next step is bridging that gap to Pep and City, and that is the worrying step. That's the one we think, do we go all in on Ollie right now, or do we look elsewhere? The problem we've got, I don't think there's much elsewhere, mate. That is the issue now.
That's what we need to discuss, because we've got here, Iron said, we'd be top of the league if we didn't bottle after Sheffield United. This is a blip win. We are far from challenger title. I think we can all agree there. Yeah, I still think we need to keep Ollie till the end of the season. We're currently second, still in 2 cups. This is my problem, and I completely agree with Adam. I feel like our team just need to flicking come on. Get some flicking guts. You know, when you go to a birthday party and you see all your friends getting party bags, and oh, sorry, mate, sorry, Jimmy, we've run out of party bags. You're like, oh, I feel like our team are flicking sulking. What are you doing? The only people are they going to get you out the position you're in right now is yourself. When I bring up my son and he's a bit, he said, I'm like, it's okay. Think about what you're doing and everything will fall into place. This is a simple thing. And this is why you see teams like Bayern Munich come out and smash it. They're 2-0 down, but they've got that, what Jose said, that philosophy. They've got that football heritage. They know that they've won it before, so they can win again. Until we build that, it's not going to happen. So this is why we're going to get into teams now and figure out which of these players have that mentality that when the chips are down, they do not care. When people think they're going to lose, they do not care. They run, they play good, and they use their quality and their teamwork. So let's get straight into it. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the video, guys. Thanks so much for joining whenever you're doing it. If you're having a cup of tea later on, I don't know what you're doing, watching flicking Spice Girls. I don't know what you're doing. But just thank you so much for joining and tuning in. Let's get straight into it, man. So, guys, this is the list we've got, right? And this is a good list. It's the whole team. We have to add in, obviously, we have to add in Ollie and stuff later on. But we've got a long list here. And what we're going to do, I want to get you guys involved. You're the most important people here. You're the fans. I know Adam's missing going to match days. He used to love watching him on match days. Just absolutely get so frustrated. Adam, I'm sure you're missing match days, right?
Oh, big time, mate. I can't wait. Cannot wait.
Mate, I'm thinking I love it, man. I live in Kent, in the middle of nowhere, but I probably go up there about maybe 4 or 5 times a year. And I love it. I absolutely love it, and it's so good to.
I can't wait to meet people again, mate. You know,
honestly,
mate, so many people online. I want to be face to face with people, mate, interacting live.
Just
that's what my channel was built on, mate. This live streaming, mate, is good, but I need to be at the ground, mate.
Mate, I hear you.
Now. It's officially a year, isn't it, today? So that's what honestly, it is.
It's crazy. So, guys, this is really simple. Get involved. Let us know your comments. If you think we're being stupid, let us know. If you think we're being good, let us know. This is about you. This is about the club and where we want to see it get to. Again, stay or leave. So we're going to start with a couple of keepers. Actually, no, I'm not going to do De Gea straight away because that's going to be an interesting one. Let's start with Bailly, and this is an interesting one. Adam, how do you feel about Bailly? Has he got to leave? And when we're saying about this, we're saying to build a winning squad. I mean, winning the trophies, winning the Champions League, the Premier League next season, because we have to be challenging for those trophies next season. There's no sort of, maybe, or flicking, you know what, a bit of butter on your toast. No, put all that butter on that toast. We've flicking got to win it, right? Where do you think Bailly, keep him or see you later?
Mate, if you're a striker, let's forget about on the pitch here at the moment. If you're a striker at Manchester United or anyone, and you come up to a training session, which centre-back at Manchester United do you not want to be playing against in a practice game?
Bailly, mate.
It's Bailly, isn't it? Yeah. Do you know what that breeds? That breeds winning mentality. That breeds like match day sort of style training sessions. You know what? Gabriel, Heinz used to do it. They all used to hate playing against him.
It's true.
He used to just wrap you up. I mean, I've seen this guy go 2-footed in a warm-up before a game at Old Trafford. In a little circle passing game. Yeah. But this is what I mean. I think Eric Bailly is our quickest centre-back. Mm-hmm. He's our best in the air. And he's the most composed and quickest on the ball. I'm not talking about speed there. I'm thinking reaction time. He's quicker than Lindelof and Maguire.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah, they both played all right yesterday. But there's another reason for that, which we'll get into in a minute. I think Eric Bailly, the only issue that people are going to come back at me with on this one is his injury record. And he's been here for so long now. Is it time? I'm looking at it financially, realistically. We are not going to go out and buy another centre-back. So Eric Bailly has to stay for me if I'm picking, definitely.
Yeah, that's a very good point, because lots of people are saying leave, injuries, leave. Marco, my man, saying stay. And I think I agree with you that if we had an abundance of centre-backs who had some sort of pace and belief in their own ability, I'd be like, you know what, Bailly, we need to get another Bailly.
Let's not forget the recurring back problem that Lindelof has got, which could kick in at any point.
Mate, if we to go and get another Bailly, Adam, we're going to need like 90 million. We ain't got 90 million to go and get.
There's other areas of the pitch for me that need that money desperately. Let's forget, we're on our best clean sheet run now since 2018.
Yeah.
So for me, I'll get into detail why, but for me at the moment, there are other reasons why Lindelof and Maguire are looking better. But Eric Bailly still starts for me. If everyone's fit, I'd still have Bailly. He's my type of defender. I
think we have to put Bailly stay, especially based on who we've got as centre-backs. And when he's fit, we know he's one of our best centre-backs. It's a fact. Why do we get rid of him? He's not on crazy wages. He's humble in his approach. And for me, to win a title and win Champions Leagues, if I were going up against Real Madrid, I want Bailly at centre-back. And this is what we're trying to build, a nucleus. Who's going to help us next season to win these trophies? I'm talking about the treble. That's where we belong, right? Let's move on. Let's go to Rojo's not even there anymore. Don't give him monkeys. I'm going to do a really nice, easy one. I'm going to go to Anthony Martial. I say easy.
Easy.
For me, Anthony Martial is one of those, he's misunderstood for me. I did a whole video on Anthony Martial slander. Check it out if you've got time, guys, on the channel. And for me, right, Anthony Martial needs to work harder. The guy can't turn up on a pitch and just think it's going to work out for him. It's not one of these smart cars, these electronic flicking automatic cars. And it goes, hello, sir, where would you like to drive to? It ain't working like that. He's got to flicking get in his car and flicking put some engine and fuel into it. He's got to make his own flicking future. Don't rely on everybody else. Don't blame your boots. Don't do that. Make your own future. So for me, Anthony Martial did that yesterday. But the reason he thrived so much yesterday as well, and his quality shone through, is because he's one of those players that plays better when the whole team's playing better. Like it or not, some people might not like that, but he's like Pogba. Pogba plays better when the whole team are playing better. So for me, Martial's one of those things. If we're going to make a title-winning team in this show, Martial has to be on there. He has to be on there because he plays better with everybody else. So Martial came from France. People said he had no chance, but he's definitely got a chance with me. So Martial goes up there into stay. I know what you guys are thinking. 50-50 on Anto. Anto to stay. Stay again. You're saying stay. Oh, everybody's saying stay. That's good. I love this community. They know what's going on. We can't think like, oh, God, he didn't buy me some milkshake. Oh, he's got to go. We've got to be realistic here. Adam, let's go to the next one, my man. I'm going to give you a little... Oh, Dan James, Adam. What are you going to say about that, brother?
Dan James. To be honest, it's not time for him to go yet because I think this lad will accept that he's a squad player. I think he knows his place in the team, which is probably a good trait to have. It didn't cost us a lot of money. We ain't going to make loads of money off him if we do want to sell him. And right now, we do need that little bit of an option when other players need resting. If we'd have rotated our squad properly this season, then players like Rashford won't be getting these injuries. We won't look burnt out. He hasn't been used enough. The likes of Mata and James needed to be used in certain games when we did not need to be playing our best players. I think that is the problem. So for me, because he accepts the fact that he is a squad player, will come in whenever, will do as he's told, will work hard, will give us that extra pair of legs when it comes to pressing up high. I think James can stay for me, mate. I'll be honest, mate, I would have got rid of Martial just so I can... Really? I'd have got rid of him.
Mate. Adam, why, man?
In a desperate state that we are, money-wise, I'd have traded him in.
Oh, okay, you're going from that angle.
I'd have gone and traded him, got a Haaland in. I just feel like we can't get rid of Rashford because everyone will know that English players aren't as good overseas.
Yeah.
Martial actually has value to us. Don't get me wrong, if I've got Martial of the on seasons rather than the off seasons, I'd keep him. But right now I'd go, you know what, if United are being realistic and want to win a league title, he isn't going to win it. for us. Like you said then, mate, this squad isn't good enough for everyone to play well every week, for Tony Martial to play well, if that is how we're looking at it. So for me, I know there's players out there who will be better up front. The problem we've got is we're just going to have our pants pulled down for any player we go for, mate. So,
mate, it's going to be embarrassing. People are going to be like, "What is that guy doing with his shorts down?" I'll be like, "Mate, I don't know what's going on." Like, we're going to get charged. Like, you know, when you go to a freaking airport, right? And you want to buy something, and they put like the airport duty-free tax in it. I'm like, what kind of nonsense price is this? We're going to have to pay all that price when we go for a striker. Haaland, 200 million. Harry Kane, 250. If we want anybody, it's going to cost a lot of money. So I don't know. I've got lots of people said stay for Martial. So I go with the consensus, but I definitely hear you, man.
Yeah.
100%. Dan James, people saying to stay. Most people, Kate, what's going on? He's a great squad player, and has shown he's still got more to give. Sunil, so Adam, you are saying Martial for Sancho or Haaland?
Haaland. But I'm realistic. I look at everything.
Yeah.
And it's not just about Martial. I'd go, Dortmund need money.
Yeah.
Dortmund wouldn't mind another player to replace him without having to go into the market and look for him. Do we take advantage of the situation now, or do we risk another off-season of Martial coming up in the future? That's just how I'm looking at it right now. I'm sort of scoping out the fact that we've got no money. Dortmund need money. And the player can soften that blow for us, maybe in installments as well as Martial. There's an angle in there, I think. Forget Sancho, forget it, no chance. I mean, I wouldn't mind him, but if he was offering me Haaland or Sancho, nah, man, I'm seeing that striker, and I'm seeing clinicalness in an absolute match winner in Haaland. That's
right? I would agree with you in Haaland if we had, the team we're building now. If the team we're building now, I would say Haaland all day long. If we're just carrying with the team we've got right now and our inconsistency, our fluid, we've got no fluid football. I think Haaland would absolutely flop in this current team and the mentality we have. I feel like
you need to know my other players to come in as well. There's a wider plan. There is a wider plan. I know what you're saying there. I mean, if anyone's got McTominay and Fred trying to pass them the ball, then no one's going to win. Let's be honest, are they?
Exactly what I mean. Haaland would be like, what nonsense is this?
I know what you mean, mate. There is a wider picture.
There's a wider picture. Of course. Guys, thanks so much for joining in. We're basically building a team to win leagues. We're saying that Bailly is our best centre-back. We use him while we've got him. You don't just you got a flicking Range Rover parked there. You're like, oh, it might break down, so I'll never use it. No. You use it until it breaks down. What do you mean? It's a Range Rover.
It's like you're scared of getting mud on your 4x4, mate, isn't
it? You know what I mean? Oh, I'm not going to have that yogurt. It might go on my face. Freaking eat the yogurt. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So we obviously think Anthony Martial was split, but all the comments said that we should definitely do Anthony Martial. I think for me, building an elite team to win the league, I can see Anthony Martial coming up in those big games like he did yesterday. James was a bit of a weird one because I know people were torn in James. Some people went to leave to Leeds, but we've seen from James that we need a squad. And to have him come on in the last 10 minutes, 20 minutes of a game and run people ragged, you know what I mean? Like Peter Rabbit, do you know what I mean? Like
you know what, man? I think he's only one goal behind Martial this season.
There you go. There you flicking go. We need squad. We can't just have a first 11 and think it's all going to be gravy. All right, I'm going to move on to the next player. Oh, that's a hard one. Romero's gone. Dean Henderson, 100% staying for me.
It's not even a question.
Dean Henderson is his place to lose. I've been crying out for De Gea to knee someone like Lindelof did, not hurt him and put him in hospital. I'm not that guy. I'm just saying to come out and command the box. Dean Henderson is what we've been crying out for a simple, safe pair of hands. He instills confidence into his back line. And his distribution is so fast and accurate. He's literally the goal yesterday. That goal was started from him because he's always thinking about the next bigger picture. He's not scared to go out. He's not scared to get his hands dirty. And it's his place to lose. I rate Dean Henderson. And I'm sorry, Adam, I don't know why we're the only club that's got 2 number ones. It's stupid. It's stupid.
This is the problem. And this is where the people who are Ollie outers have a fair point, to be honest, because as soon as De Gea comes back, Ollie's just going to put him straight back in that team, and he's going to cause friction, mate. It's going to cause issue. For me, Henderson, I made a video. I made a big point about Henderson, saying that he's not number 2 he's coming for De Gea, and people have slaughtered me regarding De Gea. Everyone's forgot about what De Gea did. Yeah, he was making his thing up to save with Smalling and Jones in front of him. What do you expect? My God, any goalkeeper would look good making the amount of saves he had to make. But let's be honest, the last 2 years he's regressed.
Yeah.
The game has evolved. If you cannot command your box, you are useless. And this is why Maguire and Lindelof look better all of a sudden. Because believe me, as a centre-half, I know I played centre-half. If you've got a commanding, confident goalkeeper behind you, your game goes up a level.
100%. It's
with De Gea behind you, knowing that you're literally the last line of defence when the ball comes in the air, then you know what? You don't know where you're coming or going. Yeah. With Henderson, it's like you can hear him and you know he's going to end up taking you out. If that ball's there to be won, Henderson's flattening you, whoever the striker is, and taking that ball. And you said it then, mate. Distribution, and the best bit about him, he backs himself. He thinks he should be England and United's number one. He's not going to accept anything less. And that's why I want him in my team. That's why he stays. 100%.
100% stays. And people are saying stay. I've tweeted about it the other day. I appreciate De Gea. I appreciate him. 4 Player of the Years, helped us massively. Keepers shouldn't be getting Player of the Years that much. That's not normal. That's not human. And I appreciate him. But with time moves on. You've got FIFA 10 and FIFA 21. You're not going to keep playing the same freaking old game. You have to keep moving. Dean Henderson is his spot to lose. We've got 3 great keepers. Romero's been flushed out. And this is the problem with Ollie. I'm hoping that Ollie's not stubborn. Please play Dino. Keep him going. De Gea has to understand that one day he will have pressure. People forgetting that De Gea only didn't leave because the fax machine broke. Do you know what I mean? It freaking broke. He was going to leave. And he wanted to play different football. So Dean Henderson's come out from the ranks. He's played with Rashford as little baby kids in the little park. Give him what he wants and let him lose it. So Dean Henderson, I can honestly see us winning championship with Dean Henderson. So, and I think everybody agrees. Sharon, thanks for coming. We have 3 elite keepers. It's madness. Yes, Henderson commands the box. Yes, he does, Drizzy. Yes, Adam, Dino has a presence about him 100%. And I've said this before, Adam. I like keepers that wear caps, man. He wears caps. He looks like a flicking nutter. So I do flicking like that. Let's go for who I just did one. I'm not going to give you Phil Jones, mate. Actually, you know what? Let's do a quick one. Phil Jones, Ad.
See you later, mate. Don't even get me started on that clown. Get him up there in that red box, mate. Let's move on. I'd lose money, mate, to see that man go.
How much would you pay to see Phil Jones go away?
You know what, mate? I think it's going to get to that stage because no one. I think Steve Bruce was interested in him, and then lo and behold, the window came and that injury came around that keeps Phil Jones at United. He's had a whole season pretty much out now. Mate, his record is absolutely horrendous. And he was crap when he was playing, mate. He had one good season the first season under Fergie. Yeah. And then he disappeared. He was a liability and has been found out. I mean, the last time I can remember him playing was that game against Tranmere when he was just covered in mud. It's just like, oh, Phil.
And he wasn't even playing well. He wasn't even playing well. Like,
it's just like the end is nigh, mate. It really is.
You know, you say like, "Oh, mum, I'm just going to go and play football in the park." But you don't actually go and play football. So near the end, you just put some mud on your shirt just to look like you played football.
Mate, if there was one puddle in a huge field, he'd find it him and make it look like he'd done a job.
Honestly, you know what I don't get at? Why flicking Ollie keeps saying, "Oh yeah, he's injured." He's not injured. He's not injured. He's just not playing, mate.
Mate, he's due his testimonial and he's too scared to take one. He says to come out and said himself, hasn't he, that he'd only have his mum and dad there.
Oh, my God. And I'm going to give you a good one, man. That was too easy. That was just like coming home and putting the kettle on. I'm going to give you Juan Mata. Juan.
This is easy, mate. This is easy. See you later, Juan. Thanks for your service, mate.
See you later.
Done.
Wow. Okay.
Done. Yeah. We can't get this man into the team. The modern day game isn't working. He's good to come on as a sub on the odd occasion.
Yeah.
But let's be honest. Juan Mata isn't going to win you a league title. We're talking about winning titles here. He's too old, past it. And I've said this all along, mate. Players like him, Lingard, all these players, Pereira, when they were here, these were blockers. They were stopping us seeing our young youth players coming through because they had to be in next, mate. They wanted a game before them. So our whole youth system has absolutely been crippled by players like Juan Mata. No disrespect, because he has been a good player. But right now, he's going to get in that match day squad before a quality up-and-coming young player who we don't know, because these guys aren't getting their chances because of players like Mato.
It's true.
I'm saying that with the most respect for the man, because he's a top bloke. And you know what? When we first got him, we didn't need him. It was a panic buy by Moyes because he's the only man available, and he'd failed in his first window at United. So Moyes went
helicopter picture. Do you remember that helicopter picture?
It was a farce from that moment, mate, wasn't it? But you know what? Ever the professional, brilliant technical player, but his time has come and gone. We've had a couple of good seasons out of him, but he ain't going to do it now, mate, is he? He's too old. He's in the out column.
Guys, if you're just tuning in now, we're trying to build an elite team to build on to win trophies next season. I'm not saying 5 years' time, 10 years. I mean next season. What team, anything you see in that stay column means that these players are going to be either playing in the squad and playing most games, or they're playing every single game as our nucleus, as our team to build on. Basically, whoever's in that stay column, I'm going to email Woodward and just say, hey, guys, I don't know you don't watch my channel, but check out this.
easiest way to compare Juan Mata right now is like, who would you have in your team now, mate? Juan Mata or David Silva?
Oh, mate.
100%. The champions elect have just shipped that man out to make room for other people. So if they're getting rid of Silva,
that's it.
You know what I mean, mate? If we're looking for challenge, Juan Mata's not going to bridge that gap.
Yeah, and Foden's come in here and he came on. I couldn't believe he did not start yesterday.
Oh, mate, that was suicidal of Pep Guardiola, that not playing that man. Oh, Manchester lad. Oh, I couldn't believe when I seen he wasn't playing. I was like, "Hello, he's half a chance," because he made a difference straight away, mate.
Oh,
we all know Sterling cannot handle Wan-Bissaka. We all know it's common knowledge in the football world, the whole galaxy, that Sterling goes into hiding every time he comes up against Wan-Bissaka. But Foden was on for 10 minutes. He didn't have run rings around him, but you could see he was making a difference. And that was crazy.
Did you see that chance he had with that spin? Oh, I thought that was a goal. My heart was in my stomach. I was talking to Katie on the match reaction, and we were like, oh my God, Foden's come on. I'm flicking nervous. So, yeah, no, I'll rate that. Look, guys, we're building a team that can push and challenge for trophies next season. Mata is not there, but I've seen Chris saying have him as a coach. No problem, but we've got Carrick, Fletcher, Nicky Butt. What are we doing? Like a flicking reunion. We need to get some flicking real coaches in. So let's go to the next one. I'm going to go for Brandon Williams. I'm going to be, Adam, I'm going to have to be brutal here, mate. Forgive me. I'm going to have to be brutal because we're trying to build a team here. Brandon Williams for me. Even if it means loan, whatever, I don't know, or like I don't know, go to like a youth club somewhere, I don't know. He's got to leave for me. And the reason I'm saying this is because I think it was so rash and impetuous to actually just give him this contract, give him 70 grand after a couple of good experiences, one good goal. He needs to go on loan and become a man. And so for me, he's not going to help us win a trophy. He doesn't get played. Aaron Wan-Bissaka is literally running on empty, unleaded, can't breathe, and Williams has not got a shout. So he's got to leave for me. People are saying leave, loan him out on loan.
Yeah, loan, definitely. Don't lose him, but let's see what he can do if he can adapt his game and get better.
I've got a good one for you, Ed. I've got a very good one for you. Alex Telles, my man.
Oh, he has to stay, mate, because we lose Luke Shaw. Then we've got a ready-made replacement. So he's only been here. What? That's not even a season. So for me, Telles definitely a keeper. I actually like Telles. I think he'd do a great job. The only problem you've got is you're dealing with the best left back in England right now in front of you. So what can you do? It's unlucky for him that the one player in this United team who has been consistent is taking his place.
Luke Shaw, right?
Yeah.
He's fucking not human. He's not actually human. Like, the guy is playing the best football I've ever seen him play in my life. You see when he's just dribbling, I said to him that Luke Shaw looks like he should be on Strictly Come Dancing, because he just glides through. He's flicking so strong. Everybody's seeing it. Telles should stay all day. Telles is signing on the season. I feel sorry for him, man, because he came as captain of Porto. He was playing every single game, scoring 15, 16 goals a season. I don't know where he is. I don't know if he's just like combing his hair. I don't know where he is, mate. So that just shows you the levels of Luke Shaw. But Alex Telles, 100%. We need a good player.
I'd be playing Telles against Milan, mate, on Thursday.
Oh, yes.
I'd be playing him.
Mate, that would be such a great shout. He loves playing in those sort of Europa leagues.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah,
perfect, mate.
But you know, Ollie won't do it. All right, let's move on. Actually, let's do a quick one. Luke Shaw, obviously he's staying. We just picked him up. The guy is he's on steroids. He's probably not. Don't quote me. This is a hard one. Jesse Lingard, Jesse Lingard. See you later.
See you later. Yeah, see you later, Jesse. People are going on now. Look what he's doing now. Yeah, there are levels. Jesse Lingard's been born and bred Manchester United, people. Yeah, all he knows is pressure. His old life. He's gone to West Ham and gone, what's this? This is easy. There's no pressure on me. This is exactly why he belongs at West Ham, because that's his level. That's his level. People will say keep him as a squad player. He's not going to get in.
No,
he's not going to get in to that squad. So for me, he's blocking the way, and we can make money off Lingard as well. You've got to be realistic.
How much do you think?
I reckon you could get 15 million to 20 million for Lingard.
That's decent.
That's what I mean. And that could be the difference to getting a Jack Grealish type player in through the window. Do you know what I mean?
Is that a part of your bigger plan?
There you're talking levels, aren't you? Do you know what I mean? If you sold Jesse Lingard because that helps you go and get an Ndidi, then you're saying bye-bye, Jesse, aren't you? Because they're the levels we're talking about getting that Premier League title back. The sentimentality factor at this football club and this fan base needs to be gone. That's what happens. And it runs through the club from top to bottom. Like you said, Williams contract, Mata contract, Matic contract, Lingard contract, Jones contract, all under Ollie's watch. Mate. It's like, come on, you've got enough of your mates in the backroom staff and on the bench we are. Ollie, you don't need to keep everything that is Manchester United or was. Because let's not forget, a lot of this team have failed for year on year, mate.
Mate, honestly.
We're talking titles. This is a different level.
People were saying it as well. We give out contracts like freaking, I don't know, tasters in a freaking cupcake shop, man. People are full up. Like people are saying, leave, it's time to go. Lingard stays. You're probably thinking, Carl, let us know why you think to stay. And Drizzy, let us know why you think to stay. Okay, Chris is saying his technical ability, but I think we've got better players. Amad Diallo, for me, is better than Jesse Lingard and can do the same thing. KE saying Jesse needs to leave for himself. He's better than a big fish in a small pond. Very good fact there. Sunil, 35 mil. I think you're pushing it a little bit, Sunil, but potentially, man. Depends who wants him. Moyes might do it. He might do us a favour there. I love Lingard, but let's cash in. I would rather have Lingard than James. Interesting. That's interesting. Adam, I remember Lingard and Pereira dropping zeros every week. Every time I watched Lingard, I thought Pereira was better. Every time I watched Pereira, I thought Lingard was better. Yeah, Pereira, apparently he's not doing well, mate. Lazio want to get rid. Like,
should we just surprised? He's crap.
Should we just find Pereira? I think he's still there somewhere. Is Pereira still here? I think he's gone. I think Lord, I would have put him in leave anyway.
Yeah.
All right, fine. So we're keeping
before he was pushed, mate.
See you later, mate. I'm gonna get rid of Timmy Forsu-Mensah. He's gone to Bayer Leverkusen anyway. He's injured. Hope he's all right.
Is that Pellistri there as well? Pellistri can go, can't he? He's on loan anyway.
Yeah, he's on loan. Yeah, good shout. Axel Turanzabi, Adam. What are you saying for him?
Oh, she's the one. This is probably the toughest one. This because
to win a league.
How old is he now? And
22.
I'm expecting him. This is why it's different with Henderson. Henderson's knocking on the door every time he has an interview. He's saying, "I'm number one. I'm number one."
Yeah.
Axel just looks too nice. He looks too nice, and
how old he is.
I mean, I want to see him get a chance. That's what I want to see with Axel. Again, right now for this, if we're talking about getting a title next season, mate, I don't think we should be investing in defenders. I think with Henderson there, Axel, Bailly, Lindelof, Maguire, I think we can cope defensively.
Yeah.
If we can hold out against Chelsea 2 games in a season, City 2 games in a season, you know what I mean? Liverpool haven't scored. All 3 of them teams haven't managed to score a goal against us this season. We can hold out against them. There's something there as long as you get it right and coach it right. So for me, I'm going to put Axel in the stay column.
Yeah.
Because I just don't think right now buying a defender is going to help us as much as other departments in the pitch, even though I know we could probably do with a defender. I just think there's higher priorities in this team right now.
100%.
So I'm going to say keep Axel. He's right on the cusp, but he's just not had a run of games, mate. I can't even judge him.
Yeah, that's what Trini said. Keep Axel. He needs more game. Chris said, look, when Baye's injured, which will probably be every other game, play Axel. For me, right, we're building a squad that has got the mentality, the strength, the determination, and the quality to win. I'm looking at who we've got so far and stay. Baye, 100% when he's fit. Anthony Martial is the stardust when we're playing well, and he's shown you yesterday with his hold-up play. Daniel James, 100%. When you've got every team, you've got like a Milner, you've got like a freaking Chelsea, a Mason Mount.
Yes, man.
You've got a yes man who's good with a bit of quality, right? Daniel James will help us. Dean Henderson needs to be number one. His place to lose. Alex Tellez is obviously battling with Luke Shaw, and then Axel Tuanzebe. We haven't seen him enough, but the guy can play football and is a good centre back, and we save the money for someone else. So for me, all the people in the stay column can help us win the league so far. Let's keep going. I'm putting Lee Grant straight away. Leave. I don't know why he's there. Leave Grant more like.
Get Rojo up there out the way as well, mate.
Yeah.
Gallo, Rojo.
Rojo, where the flick is Rojo's there? Yep, see you later, mate.
Yeah. Gone.
Who else is there? Sergio Romero, see you later. I feel sorry for him though. That was really sad, wasn't it, Sergio?
Yeah, he's not going to get anywhere near that team now, is he? Let's be honest.
Not in the slightest. What about Tegan Menge? Couldn't read then.
Menge's already on loan, isn't he, at Derby? So he can go up there for the time being.
What about De Gea, Ad? This is interesting.
Well, we ain't got another goalkeeper at the moment, mate. But do you have De Gea on the bench? De Gea's not going to want to sit on the bench for a season, so here's a chance. Sell him, make some money, and use it, and then keep Romero.
Mate, no, we've got Joel Pereira. We got Joel Pereira still. Have we not got him still?
No, I think Joel's gone now.
Are you joking?
I think Joel's gone.
Did we buy another keeper? We bought another youth keeper recently. I can't remember his name.
Yeah, with too many goalkeepers, mate. let's be honest though. Which one of them is going to help us win the league? I think we've got the right one in there right now.
I'll be honest with you. Most keepers play every single game. Like, if you don't need 17 different keepers, one for Tuesday and one for Monday. Do you know what I mean? Sell De Gea, get the money. He'll go to Spain, spend time with his daughter. As Katie said, he's a family man. Go and enjoy yourself. Hendo, flick and get your boots on. You're number one. Joe's on loan, flopping. Of course he is, just like freaking Pereira, just like freaking T. Chong. Our loans do not go well. Jimmy Garner, Dylan Levitt. These loans are terrible. Well done.
You got to learn, though. It's the only way we're going to find out.
Van der Beek, my man. What are you saying for him?
Oh yeah, straight in the in column, mate.
Yes.
Always treatment of any player I've ever seen in my life.
Shambolic, mate.
Unbelievable. How you go from winning games at the Bernabeu and getting so close to a Champions League, first man on the team sheet for this Dutch team, which is oozing quality, and then you can't get anywhere near ahead of Fred or McTominay. Mate, let's not get into it. It's going to take us way over.
Mate, I've got a video on Van der Beek, and I was literally saying to myself, I was like, what on earth is happening? How on earth is Van der Beek not getting any games? The guy looks lost. He looks like flicking Home Alone when the flicking family leave him and he's flicking at home. Yeah. He looks lost, mate. You know what? That leads us perfectly on the Scott McTominay, mate. We've got Van der Beek in there. I can see us winning the league with Van der Beek without a if James is there, Van der Beek's there. Again, the leave column are the people that are not going to help us win any trophies, right? And we fill the gaps by buying in the summer with the stupid Glazers. Scott McTominay, is he going to help us win the league next year?
Picture, mate. It's finally come around. You see, the other half of McFred is my bigger problem. Because I feel like McTominay will accept his Nicky Butt role once told.
I hear you.
But you go out and then buy an Ndidi ahead of him. Scott McTominay is your Dan James of centre midfield, mate. Yeah. That's how I see Scott McTominay. And I think he will be glad and accept that as what it is. Yeah. I think he's that type of player who'll go, you know what, if you're offering me 25, 30 games a season, which you will get, even as a number 2 at United, then I think McTominay is ideal for us. He's the Phil Neville, the Nicky Butt, the Darren Fletcher of this team.
The O'Shea's, mate.
That's it, mate. You've said it there with Milner before, mate. And you know what? McTominay's bagged 7 goals this season. And what's Fred done? What has Fred done? He's useless, mate. He gets in the way. He reads the game well at times, does one thing good, And then as soon as he crosses the halfway line, mate, his head starts to spin and he just turns into a different player. Honestly, it's so frustrating to watch Fred. And don't get me wrong, McTominay wasn't much better than him against City. They were both as culpable as each other. I'm not digging out one for the other, but if I had to keep one of them two, I know that Scott McTominay would sit better. Fred would probably kick up a stink. Probably he's Brazilian. He thinks he's better than what he is. And let's be honest, mate, he's not. He's had a good run of games now, Fred, and he just doesn't. He offers you nothing in the second half of the field.
No, I completely agree. I did a post yesterday about Fred saying, I don't think Fred will be here next season. And the reason I said that is because he is not good enough. This stay column or row, whatever you're calling it, is that people to take us to the helm, the summit of trophies and ambition and mentality. I would, if Fred left tomorrow, I wouldn't even remember. I'd say, okay, we play someone else or we buy someone else. Basuma, Rice, Ndidi. There are better players out there that can not only defend like Fred does, but go forward and pass and shoot. Like when thinking Ollie was like, oh, well done, Fred, you shot with a weak foot. That's a joke, mate.
What's the point in having the best interceptions and tackles when you're just going to go and give the ball away in the next move?
Yep, this is what I'm saying. You know what? We might need to get an overflow column at it.
I did warn you, mate. This is it. This is what I said. There's not many in this one for me.
Mate, Fred is straight to leave. Mate, I appreciate what you've done for us, Fred. I love that you always post a picture before the game. That's great. Get some likes on there. But for me, I'm talking about the football here. And I think you could do well somewhere else. Maybe Shakhtar. Why not? Guys, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Thank you so much for joining live and liking the video. Appreciate you guys so much. And Adam, as always. Right, we're nearly there. Mason Greenwood, I think that's easy, Ad.
Yeah. Too young needs time. Yeah, he's already pulling up trees.
Matic, I think that's a lead, isn't it?
Yeah, even for me to get rid of myself, mate.
I was thinking that.
I don't know what I'll do. I'm going to have to change my name and all sorts. But, I think Matic has been at United longer than any other club now, near enough.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah,
crazy, isn't it?
That's a long time. When he came out in his suit with his new contract, he was like, freaking hell, I'm still here. Gunwood, sell Matic. Matic's got to leave. Fred makes long passes. He should restrict himself to short passes. Yeah, 100% Adam. I said this that Fred should have like a little, like a sort of ban on him. And if he goes past the halfway line, he gets like a really safe but healthy little shock. Just tells him just to get back. Do you know what I mean? Because you should not be going anywhere past the halfway line.
This is the thing, mate. This is the thing with Fred. He's not even a holding midfielder, mate.
No, he's not.
We're trying to find somewhere for him to. If you're trying to shoehorn a player into a position, you know it's not right.
That's what I'm
saying. Simple
saying.
As that, mate.
You know what we do? We basically do like flicking Fusion Hard, Dragon Ball Z, and combine Scott McTominay and Fred to make one CDM. It's stupid.
Yeah. It's why we call him McFred, mate. That's it. Yeah. It's the McFred, isn't it? It's the perfect player. The perfect player, isn't it? It's
honestly.
Matic would have been great, but he's just too old, mate.
He is.
His days are numbered. He's like a matter, innit?
Yeah.
He's good quality. You want him in a younger mould, but his time has come.
I don't see any difference between him and Berbatov. And Berbatov's been out of the game for flicking ages. I think Berbatov probably plays the same level as Matic right now. Do you know what I mean? He just does a job. Let's go to Aaron Wan-Bissaka, man.
Yeah, keeping Aaron Wan-Bissaka. I think 100%. It's time for him to get better than what he already is. He needs to improve his forward play. He's got better in stages, but this is where I think the coaching side of it comes into it.
You know what? I think he will just get better if we do the flicking tennis effect on Shaw. If we get a right back who's good, I promise you right now, Aaron Wan-Bissaka will become a different player. He just hasn't got any competition. Hadn't got any competition at all. Katie's saying here, me thinking we've cleared out a lot of deadwood in the club, then looking at the lead column. Yeah, I know. It's not good, is it? This is why we've done this, because I want to show you how much of a big process this is. Guys, you've all played FIFA before. When you try and sell someone in one season, you get a message saying, sorry, you can't sell any more players. This is the problem that we've got. And this is the problem that Ollie's facing, because I know Ollie doesn't want all these players. I know he doesn't. No madman would want these players. Flicking Sideshow Bob wouldn't want these players. So let's go to Bruno. Easy, mate. See you later.
Yeah.
See you later.
Best player at the club.
Paul Pogba, what are you saying about that, man?
This is it, mate. If Paul Pogba comes out and says, Adam, I want to commit my future to this football club, I've got no argument with what the guy does on the pitch. My argument is the prick of an agent that he's got.
Oh, he's and
the fact that Pogba just allows him to do whatever he wants. I mean, he said he wanted to leave. He said he was leaving, and that still grinds on me a little bit. But if Pogba comes out and says, "Look, this is it. I can't see anywhere." I mean, you're not going to go to Barcelona or Real Madrid, are you?
No,
there's one club in the world where I think he would go right now, and that's Juve.
100%.
I think they've got to ship a lot out before they can bring anyone in.
I think
Pogba on the pitch. Yeah, I mean, if you had Pogba on that pitch yesterday against City, mate, I'll make you 4-0. 4-0. All day long.
I tweeted it. I said, if Pogba's been in this game, this is the perfect game for Paul Pogba. Just spraying balls like a car wash. Spraying it. Just spraying it.
City was so open in midfield, mate. Fred and McTominay could not deal with what they were getting, mate. They just couldn't take advantage of it. Pogba would have tore him a new one. And you know what? If you're offering me Pogba's quality on the pitch, and simply the fact that if he does go, there's no one out there who does what he does that we can replace him with to take the pressure off Bruno, Pogba has to stay.
Yeah.
I hear the argument about him going, what he said and the issues he causes. I totally hear that. But right now, he is a World Cup winner and he is absolute quality. And he carried the team before he got injured for a few weeks, mate, as well. So let's not forget that. Ollie has done well with Pogba. One thing Ollie has done well with, I think. I always thought Pogba would be the end of Ollie, or how he handled him. And you know what? He's got decent return out of him this season. But man, it all happens with Pogba as soon as the season finishes, doesn't it?
You know
that's what goes wrong with Pogba. In the season, his agent comes out and does all the smack talk. Yeah. But when Pogba's been on the pitch this season, he's been good for us, mate. And he's shown his quality, what he has got. He's the only midfielder that you can throw a ball to in any position on the pitch and he'll do something with it. Mate, strong, quality touch. He scores goals. He's great in the air. You just can't afford to lose him right now.
No. I'm getting some wildish, outlandish comments here. Someone, Drizzy, I will sell Bruno. Drizzy, you're trolling, man. I know you are, mate. I love you, brother. I know you're trolling. Someone said, just join Wise Mengi. Also in the league column, that includes loan. Very well flexed. So that's for a loan there for them, mate. What else we got? Martial and Pogba. We have no midfielders. Fred and Matic, in my opinion, are both better than McTominay. You know what, right?
No, wrong, Adam, mate. Sorry, mate. I heard him on my channel the other day, Adam, but it's wrong. Fred offers nothing going forward, Adam, mate. I'm sorry. McTominay scored 7 goals at least this season. He's contributed. Fred's offered nothing. I don't care for interceptions and stats. I look at Fred's passing and I go, no. Yeah. McTominay does not get into the team, and let's not forget there's a whole picture here because we're talking about possibly bringing people into that midfield.
Exactly it. That's that, Adam. When we're building this sort of stay column, and at the moment we've got Martial. Don't forget, Martial had a 95% pass accuracy yesterday, 100% in the final third. I think he's helped us get the most penalties, and he was unreal. We're talking about.
Like we said, then, mate. Though, out of all of Fred, McTominay, and Matic, who is the best squad player?
Yes, this is what I'm saying. We're trying to build
because Matic is going to want to play. Fred's going to want to play. McTominay will accept his role at the club. 100%. And right now is why I think he's better.
And he won't sulk, Adam. Do you know what I mean? He won't sulk. He'll be like, yeah, no problem. And he'll come with the same energy. He won't be going flicking rocks across the road or, oh, no, I don't like it. He'll go for it. And that's what we need. We've got Dan James in there. We've got Henderson, Alex Tellez, Luke Shaw, Tuan Zabi, Van der Beek, Scott McTominay is that sort of Fletcher, sort of O'Shea, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, who will get better when we buy another right back, and Mason Greenwood, who's just at the start of his career and is absolutely a generational talent. We've only got a few left, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're new. I really appreciate you joining in, as always. Victor Lindelof, Adam.
For the sake of this conversation and what I've said before, I don't want to be going out buying centre-backs right now, so I'm keeping all the centre-backs just because I think
I'm with you.
Money is best spent elsewhere in this squad right now. Him and Slabhead. I think him and Slabhead definitely staying, mate.
You see what Barney said? You've got a big head.
Yeah, I've seen that. That was a brilliant tweet, that wasn't it? Was it on Twitter or I can't remember which one it was on.
Instagram. It's like, well done, Captain. You've got a big head. I don't know if that's some sort of like translation issue or we just said you've got a big head. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, what we got? We got 3 people left. Paul Pogba's obviously in stay. Guys, remember this, right? When we're putting stay, we're talking about we're going to get better players in, hopefully a better way of playing football. Paul Pogba, to have a better Paul Pogba and a better system, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Marcus Rashford's obviously staying. I'm not even going to lie about that.
Yeah.
That's done. Edison Cavani, so they came out today and talked about it, that he might go to Boca Juniors. How do you feel about that? Is he going to help?
It's neither here nor there as long as we go out and buy another striker. But if we don't, this is the thing, isn't it, mate? But I'm banking on us actually Greenwood a season on. We're lacking numbers up front, though, aren't we? When one gets injured,
I'll be honest with you. I like Cavani, but I've called him Edison Bailly. The guy ain't playing football. He's literally played a couple of games, and at least we can rely on Rashford and Martial more times than Cavani. I feel like Cavani needs to leave. I'm talking about winning the league next season. Is he going to come out and score 20 goals? Don't see it.
This is the thing. We have to buy someone to get him. Yeah. If he's going to leave, we need to buy, don't we? That's the thing.
Right. Let's put a caveat. He's going to leave, but we'll buy someone.
Yeah.
We'll put a little flick in IU. People are going a bit weird about Maguire. I'll sell.
No, we got to. You don't sell him in a heartbeat because this football club realistically is not going to buy a replacement. We're not going to get a replacement for him. This is the problem. So right now, for next season, I would keep Maguire, Lindelof, both of them, Axel, Bailly. You've got 4 centre-backs there. That's a realistic look on things. In another season, maybe then that will be a time. But right now, I'm thinking our midfield and forward line is where we need to really, really look at. I'm not having it where the goal scorers in the league. I mean, 15 of them were against Leeds and Southampton in 2 games. So, it's one of them. If people are going to say we'd be a lot better defensively without that Spurs game, then we have to look at it in the offensive section as well.
That's it. 100%. We've come probably to the most important person for the final one to stay or leave. Again, this is a reminder that we're building a team to challenge for the treble. I'm putting my expectations, ambitions so high that even if we don't get the top, we're still getting 2-3 trophies. All right. This is to win the league, the Champions League, with a flicking FA Cup. We've built a team. We've got Eric Bailly, Victor Lindelof, Harry Maguire, and guys, the centre backs are all there because we can't go out and buy £100 million centre back. We need more than that. So that's the reason for me and Adam saying that. Anthony Martial, Bruno, Daniel James, great squad player, works hard, defends well, and he's got a bit of stardust when he wants to, and he's got a bit of space to run in. Don't get me wrong, we can't play Daniel James with a low block. Low block, the guy ain't doing nothing. He's just doing a Macarena with a mojito, right? Alex Telles is great on the left back. Luke Shaw. Axel Tanzabi, again, if Bailly's injured, they just work together like brothers. Van der Beek is a player we need to utilise. Scott McTominay is another O'Shea and Fletcher. Aaron Wan-Bissaka is our right back. There's no one else. We need another right back to basically do it. Maybe Dello can come back or another one. What's his name? Max Aarons. And then we've got Mason Greenwood, Paul Pogba, and Marcus Rashford. But now we come to the final one. Guys, get in the comments and let us know. Do you want Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to be here next season to win us the title? Yes or no, leave or stay? Adam, let's get your thoughts, man.
If you're talking, if you want Ole Solskjaer to win a title, of course I want him to win a title. Do I think he can bridge the gap to Pep Guardiola or Manchester City? Can anyone? That's the killer question. For me, I think Ole, if he gets second this season, gets a trophy, he's probably going to get the manager's job next season if he gets the top 4. We know that. But do I think he has got what it takes? I personally don't. I don't think he's got what it takes to win the league. I want him to win the league and I want him to improve. I wanted to give him this season to see what he could do. People will say he's not been backed. Well, under his watch, he had 90 million this summer, and not one penny of that is doing anything to this squad or this team at all at the moment on the pitch because he's not playing them. So have we got a man here that's just going to get walked over by the owners? We had Mourinho who came in and spoke out and got kicked out by the owners.
Yep.
So it's difficult to see any manager thriving under this ownership. But do I feel like Ole can do it? There's only one way Ole can do this. If he changes his coaching staff. That's the only way Ole makes this work.
That too, man. So what
he's got balls to bring someone in who's higher qualified than him. Everyone who Ole hires and brings in is always below him.
Yeah,
too stubborn.
You know what I mean? Flicking a Brady bunch.
Jobs for mates. That's the problem we've got. If Mundenstein was in there, I know he's only a part. He wasn't the sole reason that we won the league. It was Ferguson, but he would say something to Ollie, and I don't think Ollie would be able to handle it. That's what I think. If he had a different coaching staff and did the unthinkable and change it up, then I think he'd have a chance because he'd have someone in his ear saying, "Look, this isn't right. We need to change this. What about this? Do this and that." It makes a massive difference having someone to challenge you. Right now, he's not. He's not.
So, and let's go on the basis that he's brought his team in. He only just got Fletcher from the Job for Mates ad and said, "Come in, mate, have a seat, get in the WhatsApp group." Say that he's not going to change his coaching staff. Where are you putting him, Ed?
No.
Wow. Okay. All right.
If he's not changing his coaching staff, he's not going to win us that league. And that, and I say this knowing obviously that, you know what, there's not much out there anyway to come in and replace him. So we've got a problem. We've got a problem. So I understand the next manager coming in may not do the job either. I do understand that. But do we just wait around with Ole to see until Pep either leaves City or someone really good becomes available? I just don't know. It's hard. It's hard to say it. But right now, I don't see from what I've seen Ole winning the league with United. So, no.
All right, we'll see if the comments are saying, I know what Alexi's going to say. I always see him. Ole out ASAP, laugh out loud. Ole out, leave. He's reached his ceiling. Ole can get the hell out. Leave, but in the summer, no way he's taking us to elite level. If Ole's going to be back, then stay. If he's not, he has to go. Well, we know he's not going to be backed. No manager's been backed. So,
and what's the level of backing, mate, to be honest?
Yeah, we've seen the limit of where Ole can take us. Ole's biases has killed it for me. Ole out, Jesus have mercy. People are speaking. No, he will not win us a trophy. Change the coaching staff and Ole's and take Ole's man management. Ole is so predictable with his subs. If he gets top 4, he's sad. Ten Hag, Nagelsmann, and Hasenhüttl. Honestly, people have spoken. That people are thinking that we want to get to the helm and the summit of Manchester United. We need a different sort of manager, and people are doing Nagelsmann. Look, I've said it before, and I'll say it again. There's no point getting rid of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer if we're not going to change the structure of the football club. If we're not going to get a DOF, if we're not going to improve the coaching,
it only works if the man brings his team with him.
Exactly, and let people with football knowledge make the football decisions, not people that work in Santander or Barclays Bank. Do you know what I mean? Or thinking operating with Bitcoin. I want people that know the flicking club. There's no point getting a new manager if that's not going to change. We're going to see the same thing after the same thing after the same thing. Don't forget Hasenhüttl got beat 9-0. I don't know if we want to get twice, right? I don't know if that's a good CV. You probably take that off his CV for a bit. No, definitely in the situation there. So guys, you've got our team. It shows you clearly that we need a CDM, because the only sort of CDM we've got in that one really that I can see is no one. We've only got Scott McTominay, and he's not a CDM. So we're crying out for a CDM. We've only got one striker, who's Mason Greenwood, because the others aren't really strikers. Martial, kind of a striker. We're crying out for a striker. And we're also crying out for a right winger. And this just shows you the process of what we just did here shows that we need at least three signings to become a league.
There's 3 players that make us challenge for the league, but we won't get any of them.
Who's the 3 players for you, man?
That would be Ndidi, Grealish, and Haaland.
Yeah,
straight out the back, different levels. That's going to cost you near 300 million, mate.
Oh, mate, we are never going to do it.
No, it's not. It's a dream world. I know it's a dream world, and it's not going to happen. But they're the level. They're the masters of their positions. Yeah, that's what it is. But we are going to have to find another way around it. It's like Andrew says there, Basuma, people like this. We're going to have to try and find the gems before they hit the peak, because the marquee signing days for this club, I think, are dead, mate.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll be honest with you, it's not going to happen anytime soon. Guys, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you so much. It's been a freaking pleasure. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you're new. This is the team. I'll tweet it out on Twitter with the team that we've asked to stay, so you can see that as an image. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. Adam is the man. You know who he is. He's all over freaking Twitter. Adam, what's your Twitter handle again?
Mate, if you look up anything Adam Matic on any social media platform, you'll find me. Adam Matic TV, YouTube, Adam Matic Twitter, Adam Matic 31 on Instagram. I'm there on all of them, guys.
Nice. Adam, mate, I freaking appreciate you. And I know all the community here appreciate you as well, mate. It's been good. And you know what? I think the moral of the story is me and Adam need to become DOF. So let's just at Woodward, at Ollie, and get it done. Guys, have a flicking beautiful evening. Appreciate you. Have a good one. Speak soon. Peace.